Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm here to give you guys the philosophy of how to expand a bit upon your creativity, imagination, and innovation. Everything is created twice. First in the mind, then it becomes reality. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve. So you go out there day after day to do the work, the confidence, put yourself out there boldly, authentically, even though the success, the creation has not arrived, has not manifested just yet. But you know that the richest place on earth, the richest real estate on earth is the graveyard where dreams and goals and everything like that die along with you because you didn't have the courage, the philosophy, and the framework and this go-getter energy to go out there to make things happen instead of waiting things happen. Now you're going to have it with the method, the philosophy known as create like a God. That's your man, Jaron Mitchell, aka Jaron W Mitchell. Today's topic we're talking about today is 4 reasons why feedback and critique will make you a better artist, and not just a better artist. If you're if you're an entrepreneur, business, and all that, you need to take in feedback. You need to take in actually critique and all that. All that stuff needs to be in there, okay? And you need to have that, okay? You guys going to need to have that because it's going to help you get better. Not the BS saying you suck and all this other stuff. You're not good enough. Like, how can you improve? How constructive criticism. That's what it is, okay? I think there's also one. I think criticism is also one of the 7 ghosts of fear from the book Thinking or Rich by Napoleon Hill. If I'm correct on that, it's been a while since I read that book, and I don't have the freaking book and also audiobook. I used to listen to a lot of audiobooks, but now I don't even have it anymore. So actually, let me look this up right now. 7 ghosts of fear. Napoleon Hill. Oops. Let's see if I can come up. I should have just used ChatGPT to bring it up, but I'm over here Googling it. Let me see. Yep. 7 Ghosts of Fear is a misunderstood Hill concept of the 6 universal fears that are fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of a loved one, old age, and death. Okay. So, yeah, criticism. So you can use criticism. Don't be afraid of criticism. Don't be afraid of critique. Use it to build your creativity, your imagination, your innovation, how you can get better. Okay, how can you elevate your product? How you can elevate your drawings and make it better. Okay, it's all about getting yourself better. Your taking personal initiative and personal growth to make yourself better as an artist and able to take criticism, because you need to learn how to take criticism, because many people don't know how to take criticism and also rejection. Okay, that's another form. You need to learn how to take on rejection. Okay, they reject me. Okay, I find something better. I can do something better. Something else will come along that's better. Okay, it's just a positive way of outlooking, and it's not like this. People say toxic positivity and all that other stuff. I actually want to look into more in that, and it's more of a echo chamber where it's not positive positivity. It's where people not really to tell the truth and have constructive criticism to improve or get better or have some disagreements. Okay, so that's what I think. We're gonna have an episode on that on this positive toxic positivity, which is I don't think it's a thing. It's just another way of saying when you're positive all the time. No, you just got to stay positive and deal with certain things, but be positive, be stoic, and do the things that you need to do. But anyways, besides all that, I'm getting all sidetracked over here. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm digressing, but over here with growth doesn't happen in silence. It happens when you become if you want to become a better creator, you must oh my goodness, let me say that again. Growth doesn't happen in silence. Okay, so if you want to become a better creator, the creator you meant to be, you have to put the work. You have to put your work out there. Okay, and get real about feedback. It's another feedback. 10,000 ways it did not work for Thomas Edison to perfect the electric light bulb. You may put a lot of bad art out there. You may put bad stories out there, but you are getting feedback. If no one doesn't reply, if they do, if somebody say it's dog shit, or say something else that's very offensive and all that, right? You may not really offensive, but not really constructive. Okay, you need constructive criticism. Okay, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about a mindset shift, which you need to embrace critique, criticism, and get uncomfortable of using feedback as your superpower. Okay, critique. That's another word, but it's more of criticism that I'm talking about here. Okay, criticism. It's one of the 7 ghosts of fears. You need to go through criticism, and criticism is what also brings people and holds people back. And that's the reason why I'm talking about this, because there's many stories. There's stories where people may talk about criticism. They may say things about the criticism. They may not like your story. They may criticize it, or you have critics, right? You're going to have some critics. I'm going to have some critics. The bigger I grow, the bigger I grow, the more I talk about this with episodes, and the more people, word of mouth, people talk about me, and you're going to have critics. You're going to have the haters. They're going to talk about me. The game industry got a lot of people that's critics. Those who not ethical in game reviews, okay? They're not being ethical in game reviews. They get paid, they do this, and they're pushing their agenda because of what they are doing. They don't want to give actual constructive criticism, and it's not helping the viewers or the gamers or the average person. I don't know nothing about this, but they're not being ethical in their reviews, which are the journalists, okay? The journalists out there in the gaming industry is imploding. They're upset. Well, I think with EA getting bought out and something like that, because they can't push their agenda. The gaming industry needs to change. It needs to have constructive criticism. And most of these journalists are not, they're not taking criticism very well. A lot of people do not take criticism very well, and you need to learn how to take criticism. Okay, how to improve. If you're being ethical in what you're doing, as an even not just a game journalist, but what you're doing, you get some feedback. It's all about improvement. This podcast, maybe some feedback on the podcast. If somebody gives me a negative review, okay, it's feedback. I can use it. I can use it to better my product. I can use it to get better. I can use it because there's somebody what they're seeing and may not see, and I can improve on it. Okay. So it's something with that game. Same with the games, with Tomb Raider, Angel of Darkness, which I wish they would have continued with Tomb Raider 8. But I don't know what's going on over there. I might have to take over the Tomb Raider franchise, or IP, you could say, because they're not doing it. They're not doing Tomb Raider justice. But there was a lot of criticism on the game, right? And me playing the game, which I was playing the game when it was all buggy and all the other stuff, where it was crashing my computer when I was playing and stuff like that. And I bought it, and this is an announcement. I found out about the of the remasters collection, which I have. I haven't had time much to play it on my computer. I do have the first remasters 1 through 3 on the Switch, so I can be able to travel, play around with that. I might give me a Steam Deck, but other than that, you guys, you gotta learn how to take criticism. Okay, you as an artist, okay, you as a writer, whatever you're doing, learn how to take criticism. Do not bash the customer base. Do not bash your customers, the gamers, or whatever it is. Do not bash them. They may be asking for something. You may get one of those difficult customers or difficult gamers, but you want those difficult customers and difficult gamers because they will help you. It will help you. Okay, which something I learned from Grant Cardone going through his sales university, Cardone University. He talks about that. You want the difficult customer. You want the difficult because they are looking for a problem for you to solve. Okay, and some customers, you may get difficult customers at the food places, right? You may get them difficult. You want the difficult customers. You want the difficult gamers. You want them because it will help you. If you learn how to improve, they will help you and keep them satisfied. Okay, because they're paying your bills. You may not like how their approach is. They may be rude or whatever, but hey, that doesn't matter. They're paying your bills. You can reject services depending on how business is and everything like that. There are people that does that, but I recommend not doing that. Depending on if they do something very crazy. But other than that, you want the difficult customers, you want the difficult gamers and journalists. If you're watching this, I'm probably gonna get some buzz on this. They probably gonna come after me on this. They probably gonna hit me up. But be ethical in your journalists, because journalism is actually dying. It's dying because it's unethical people that's not willing to do something. Okay, and the whole point it is when you be ethical and actually be genuine and actually and take in feedback where it can improve in your work. And this stuff may be for real. They may not like it. Okay, it was up to you if you want to improve. It's up to you. It's like, nah, you know what? I don't want to do this. You know what? I know why. They may not understand it because I'm a game developer or I'm a comic artist. They may not understand it, but you know what? I will do my can to better my product, to better my service, to get better in my artwork and do what I can. Okay. So that's what I wanted to talk about here is be ethical. Okay. If anybody critiquing though, but learn how to take criticism, learn how to take feedback. Okay. Some people give you unsolicited advice. You're going to get people unsolicited advice. You don't have people that's going to talk about how you should spend your money or what ideas you need to do. And here's the thing. What me listening to, your wish is your command. All right. Who do you listen to? And what is your teachability index? Okay, I'll leave it as that. Point number one. Today's topic we're talking about today is 4 reasons why feedback and critique, which is criticism, will make you a better artist. Point number one, embrace your fear. Embrace your fear of criticism, which is one of the 7 ghosts of fear. Okay, fear is natural. You're gonna face fear. Okay, which is false evidence appearing real. Okay, or face everything and run. Or I think it's something like that too with the quotes and all the other stuff or acronyms. Okay, face your fear. It's natural. Okay, fear is natural. It's going to happen. That means if you have fear, you need to get to the other. If you're going through fear, that means you need to do it, because what you're facing is fear, and what you want is on the other side of fear. Okay, but fear is judgment is one of the biggest blocks for artists on their journey. Okay, you're going to get some people that's going to say don't like your art. So okay, I'm just improving. Okay, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it. And now you're going to be us artists, we're going to be dealing with a lot of people accusing us of using AI. Oh, you're using AI. Oh, you're using this. You're using that. Keep your receipts, okay? Keep your receipts. We're going to have a whole podcast episode on keeping your receipts, okay? And let me see. Putting your work out there will trigger insecurities. It could, yeah, because I've been through it. Not good enough, but that is the gateway to growth. Put it out there. Let the nasty stuff, look at it, and let even that. Like, you gotta understand, people think, oh, art is a talent. Okay, I don't believe it's a talent. People can understand it. I believe if you can actually know the principles, the theories, okay, and know being there and have the right practice, you can learn how to draw. You can learn how to play a musical instrument. You can learn how to read and do math. Okay, you can learn these things, science and all this other stuff. It's all learning. You can learn it. Okay, and putting your out, got to trigger those insecurities. Put it out there anyway. I got these podcast episodes, right? I think I did 181 or 84 episodes or something like that before. Not perfect. This podcast ain't perfect right here either. A little behind. You know what? Let me stop procrastinating. Let me put it out there. You know what? It ain't going to be perfect, but I'm going to do it out there anyway. I can improve, build upon that, and start improving my production, start proving other stuff later on in the future. So that way I'm able to get my stuff out there, okay? And putting your work out there, I already said that. Avoiding feedback keeps you stuck in perfection and procrastinations, okay? And there's a quote that I have right here for you, okay? Perfection. I know sometimes you want to be perfection. You want to have the perfect art, the perfect. No, just put it there, okay? Okay, just put it out there, okay? It's not getting away. I'm just gonna put it there. It's not way to able. And that today we can actually change it using a lot of digital stuff. But there's a quote that I got right here for you guys, okay? For procrastination, I'm gonna have a whole episode on this too. Procrastination is the silent theft of success. You want to be successful, push through it, be consistent. You will be tested. Resistance will be there, and you will be tested, and get yourself out of a hypnotic rhythm. Okay. And we have everything you want is the other side of fear. I already said that quote. And we have mindset shift. Okay. This is the mindset shift. Okay. Don't fear critique, fear staying the same. Okay. It's regret. Okay. 5 forms of regret. There's also the book on regret. We're going to talk about that too. Okay. And before we go ahead and get to point number 2, I didn't say this. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And also too, if you're listening to on Apple iTunes or Spotify or anywhere else, I think it's Good Pod too. Make sure you go ahead and follow, hit that subscribe, leave your mans a 5-star rating and review. And also too, if you want to get our copy recession business model, go ahead and scan that code in the QR. You also get it in the show notes as well, or get the free online course for me to create creative freedom, which is going to help me create creative freedom. So you can copy our recession-proof business model, and then you can go ahead and get that at jaronmitchell.com/iconic marketer. Okay. Everything will be in the description below, and we're going to go ahead and take it from there. Okay. Point number 2. Today's topic we're talking about today is 4 reasons why feedback, criticism, critique will make you a better artist. Okay. Point number 2, getting out of your comfort zone. The comfort zone is the danger zone. Okay. Comfortability is danger. Okay. Comfort will make you stagnate sometimes. It's the enemy. It's the enemy of growth is your comfort zone. Okay. So get out of your comfort zone. Do challenges. Challenge yourself. Sometimes you're comfortable. Sometimes you got to get, you get comfortable with drawing and all that other stuff, but you still got to push yourself to get better. That's how you're able to improve, is getting out your comfort zone. Okay. Get out the comfort zone. Comfort zone is the danger zone. Okay. Growth never happens where you're comfortable. Receiving feedback from peers, mentors, and even strangers, exposing your blind spots. And this is the whole point. You may not even see it. Get out of your ego. Okay. First of all, do you have the game to back it up? for the first E, which is actually, did you earn it? Did you earn your ego? Okay, that's on the E with an acronym. Did you have the game to back it up, which is G? And are you outstanding? Are you willing? Are you standing out? Okay, are you outstanding of what you do? If you're not, you don't. You like you need to get out your comfort zone. Okay, you may not see. There's a time to be humble and there's a time to have an ego. Okay, but your ego is the enemy. You know, there's a book on that. Your ego, you can fight yourself with your ego. Sometimes be humble and don't be too arrogant. Okay, don't be too arrogant. Learn from your peers, which is learn from your mentors and learn from other people, strangers that cannot see your blind spots, and try to understand what they see. That's how you're able to get some feedback. That's how you're able to get criticism. And when somebody do criticize me, okay, hey, I'm a grown ass man. I can handle some criticism. Tell me the truth. I want the truth. You don't want a lot of yes men. You don't want a lot of people say, oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah, I like that. And that's the reason why I think, which from the game, if I'm correctly on this, because they say toxic positivity, it's all the yes. You need someone that would say no. No, that don't look right. I don't really know. I'm not really sure about that. That's you have, which it could be an echo chamber. Or people do not want to hurt your feelings. Okay, you're gonna have loved ones and all that. They don't hurt your feelings. They're gonna say yes. Just say be real. Just be real with me. I'll be real with me. Be honest with me. I want to improve. I want to get better. Be real with me. How can I improve this? What you see? What do you think? And even though if you have a game or any game and all that, you show it to your parent or people that don't play games or anything like that. Okay, they may not like something, certain things. They may not understand certain things. Do not take it personal. Okay, and I think that's one of the 4 agreements, which is don't take things personally. Okay, just learn. This is how you deal with criticism. This is how you get with critique and getting some feedback. That's all it is. Okay, look at it as feedback. Just like failure, it is feedback. Okay, it will see your blind spots. It'll see things that you don't see, and that's the reason why the game industry is imploding, because many of these people that's in charge are not willing to take the gamers seriously. They're not willing to take criticism. They're not willing to listen to the people that's actually building the industry, has actually given them money to keep the industry going. Okay, same thing with the journalists. They're not being ethical. They're not willing to take criticism. They in their ego. They're not willing to be humble. They're not willing to look, okay, not really be taking critique, listening to the actual audience. Instead, they want to be in the old echo chamber and listen to everyone that said, oh, yeah, you could do it. Oh, yes, yes, yes. The yes men every single time. You want the least person that will look in that you do not see and say, hey, man, that don't look right. You need at least, I forgot there's a story on that. You need to at least have one of those people in around you, okay? You need to. And it's up to you to make the decision to proceed with the decision, what that person said, because you may not even thought about it. Okay, just think about the story. I'll give you another reason. Okay, I'll give you another little, I guess, analogy or whatever with the story, right? Say it's some mouses, right? I think I heard this from the Working Game podcast. I don't remember what episode, but you have some mouses, right? You have some mouses talking about planning because there's a cat out there, got to get them, like Tom and Jerry, right? So you go ahead, they're talking about it, how we can do that, how we can go ahead and hear the cat when with the food and all that, right? So you have the one person say, oh, okay, let's get a collar and put around it and have a bell on them, right? Yeah, we're gonna do that. Then you have this one wise mouse that says, hey, okay, then who's gonna go out there and put the collar around the cat so you can hear the bell? I'm not sure. Maybe paraphrasing. I don't know. But everybody think, how are we going to do that? You need the one person that can think. You need the one person that can clearly think and think outside the box, or push in blind points you may not see. That's why we have, even with America, okay, the Declaration of Independence, when everything was formed, with the amendments and everything like that, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, like they actually came up with this document, seeing the blind spots. Okay, if we didn't have freedom of religion, guess what? It would be just like other state where politics and depending on religion and stuff like that. Okay, and then it'd be like one religion on this, and it could be jeopardized, because at the time, during, I think, the Crusades and everything like that, you even had certain Christian denominations. They was fighting and killing each other. Okay, so you have what I think the Protestants, the Catholics, and the Orthodox, okay, and all that other stuff too, also with Islam as well. So along with that, you gotta they thought about this, the founding fathers, and not all of the founding fathers was Christian, even though the country is founded on Protestant from Protestants and all that. They all thought about that. They thought about this important document, and guess what? The book Outwin the Devil. Okay, go ahead, listen to the audiobook. Love the audiobook. That the devil does not like the Declaration of Independence for a reason. Okay, doesn't like it. You know, it doesn't like philosophers and all that, the thinkers, those who think for themselves. Okay. So, anyways, let me go back to this. But the whole point I'm saying is that you need to learn the blind spot, something that you don't know, nothing you got to see. And that's why I think what happened to Dragon Age Vanguard during this development, you have people now not willing to critique, not willing to hurt people's feelings, not willing to say, hey, man, this would not work. I don't think this will work. I don't think this is going to appeal to the audience. I don't think it's going to appeal to Dragon Age fans, which I never played Dragon Age, but Dragon Age fans, they didn't listen. Okay. And I think it's not toxic positivity, it's more people not willing to give feedback. And the same thing with, I think it was, what's the other, I'm trying to think of that other game. I can't think of it right now. Concord. All right. Concord, same thing. You know, it's the same exact thing, man. And I think that's why the gaming industry is imploding. They got people in this industry that doesn't know what the hell they're doing, doesn't know what they're talking about, and they're willing to put their own ideology, their own personal political gain instead of the actual players. Then blame the players for not buying the game. Then blame the players for actually critiquing the game and saying this stuff, then saying this type of buzzwords, phobes, and all this other stuff. And when they don't buy it, they still say the same thing. So what's the difference, man? What it is? What is it? Okay. I'm just giving you guys examples. Okay. Whether you can join a critique of group or posting your sketch online, lean into discomfort. Okay. And again, the whole point with this number 2 is people within these, what I was going back is they was too comfortable. They willing to not get out of their comfort zone. Okay. Out of their comfort zone. Okay. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Okay. If you want to have progress, if you want to get better of what you're doing, okay, comfort zone is the danger zone. It is the danger to progress. If you feel like why I'm not getting anywhere in life, why I'm not improving, because you're in your comfort zone, you're doing something wrong, you need to go back to the drawing board, redo your plan, and go back out there until the plan is sound. And the plan will be sound when it happens. Okay, when the goal hits, when you hit your goal, when whatever it is that you're looking for will hit. But criticism, you need to learn how to take it face through the fear. Point number 3. Today's topic we're talking about today is 4 reasons why feedback, critique, criticism will make you a better artist. Point number 3 is you're not just being judged, you're getting feedback. Okay. We don't want to be judged, right? We also fear of rejection, all that stuff as well, which is part of it, right? Fear and rejection. Somebody not might like our drawing and stuff like that, may be insecure because we ain't good at there. Everybody started from drawing stick figures, not having great. Look at the young kids that actually drew. Like, look at the artists. I forgot what artist is on Skillshare, but she has a series on Webtoons where old work and build upon and build, it's a skill, man. But feedback, again, like I said, is data. Okay. Not an attack. It tells you what's working and what's not. Instead of taking it personally, use it strategically. Okay. Critique sharpens your decisions and helps you create with more intention. Don't just seek praise, seek clarity. Okay, feedback is break fast of champion. Feedback is the break fast of champions. Okay, it's the breakthrough. You hitting the breakthrough. Okay, and that's by King Bachard. Okay, on Ken Bachard, not King Bachard, but that go ahead and get your feedback. Okay, don't be afraid of criticism. Okay, it seeks clarity. You're seeking clarity. Do not be afraid. Okay, I'm telling you guys right now, don't be afraid of criticism. And going back to embrace your fears, get out your comfort zone. You're getting feedback, which again, and we're going to get up. And let me see. I think I have that point number 4 here. Let me check right here. Yeah, I got it right. Okay. Gotcha. So you're getting feedback, you're getting data, you're getting something new with this. And you're not just being judged. Okay. You're actually getting feedback, you get data so you can improve. You can, what should they say? Innovate. Okay. That's how the innovators improve something, is because they get feedback. Thomas Edison, 10,000 ways it did not work for him to perfection the electric light bulb. 10,000 ways. Okay, he did it so many times. He tested, proving them that didn't work. Okay, let's try this. See how that you're experimenting. You know when something didn't go right and what you're looking for. Okay, that means something well. What went wrong? Going back to the drawing board. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. It's like business and stuff. Okay. It's like some of the stuff, some we don't know what we're doing, end up being successful because we stay consistent. We kept getting feedback. We kept on going. We did not give up. You're 10 feet from gold and you're already in your own acres of diamonds. Okay. You're getting feedback, and you will, when you keep on going, you will get there and you will improve. And also those who be ethical. Okay. Actually give feedback. Not just, if you listen to people that just talking smack, that's not feedback. Just say, oh, that's shit. Oh, that's dookie. That's dog doo doo. Whatever you want to say. It's not actual feedback. Just somebody didn't like it. Okay. Actually, feedback is like, okay, yeah, I that pose looks good, but it can be better if you give it more energy, a more dynamic pose, a more of a pose like this. That's why you have like those artists and all that critique your work, or you get critiques, you get somebody critiquing, and you just look at it and get critique and see. Don't take it personally, you guys. It's feedback. It's for you to improve. Okay. Face criticism. Okay. Some you will get criticism. You will get critics and all that other stuff. Some of the critics don't know what they're talking about because they never done it for themselves. That's why they're sometimes a critic. Okay. You're going to have people that's going to say some stuff, wild stuff. They just start attacking you, your personally, or your skills and all that, level all that. They may say, oh, your skill's not there yet. Okay. I'm going to improve. I'm going to get better. Okay. Don't take it personally. But you're going to have critics that's out there. They're going to say some wild stuff. And it's like, that's not really some good feedback. That's something I don't need to take. All right, let's go ahead and get to point number 4. Today's topic we're talking about today is 4 reasons why feedback and criticism will make you a better artist. Point number 4, others will see what you can't. I mentioned that before. Okay, you are too close. You're close to your own work. You know what is meant to be drawn, right, or expressed. But someone else can help you see it. Proportion issues, story gaps, opportunities for improvement. Okay, the right feedback can take you from good to legendary. Okay, and here's a pro tip right here: build a feedback circle, or join a mastermind group, which is one of the 13 steps towards riches. Okay, and that's actually going to be better. Sometimes you do put it out in the public and they're not going to like it, but it's actually joining a mastermind group where people that's already like elevated up to your level, or they actually have the same common goals and everything like that, and they can actually help you and see in just a free zone of like constructive criticism. That's what you need, constructive. Actually, we may have an episode on constructive criticism and not so constructive criticism. That's what you need, constructive criticism. Okay, join a mastermind group. Not every opportunity matters, but the right people can change your game. Okay, change the game, elevate you, making you hit that breakthrough. Okay, having a support system. That's what the mastermind. Y'all going on a common goal to help you out. Okay, here's the final thoughts. Okay, and again, this is blind spots. And actually, before we get to the final thought, I'm gonna give you guys a story, right? My dad used to tell me sometimes you need to step back. Okay, sometimes you need to step back, do something else, go on a walk, go work out, do something else, go for a swim, step back for a little bit, because your mind is you're probably frustrated, you're probably thinking about something your mind is not seeing, it's not very clear. But when you come back to it and you see it, you see it clearly because your mind is looking at it in a different point of view. Your mind is looking at it because you stopped looking at it for a moment and you went back to it and say, okay, oh, something ain't right here. Okay, something doesn't look. So sometimes even you yourself, if you just step away for a moment, okay, it could just be a day or two, right? You just step away for a moment, a few hours, go for a walk, do something else, go in and play your, whatever game you got on something for a second, just go ahead and do something, step back for a moment. Then when you come back, okay, you just take a little break, you got the breaks and everything, which is break is good. You take a little break, you go back to it and you see something very clarity because now your mind resets. Okay, and the final thoughts of the day, that's what some of my dad taught me. And your final thoughts of the day is you don't grow by hiding. You grow by creating in public, ask for critiques, and show up even when it's scary. Get out your comfort zone, okay? Let's go ahead and recap today's topic, which I'm talking about today is 4 reasons why feedback and critique will make you a better artist. Okay, growth doesn't happen in silence. It happens it happens if you become it helps you. Oh my goodness. If you want to become a better creator, you may want to have some feedback. Get your work out there, put it out there, get out the comfort zone. Okay, get real about feedback. Okay, and get yourself out of your comfort zone. The comfort zone is a danger zone, and we talk about it more. It's going to be a shift, a perspective, and it could be your superpower, giving feedback and criticism. One of the 7 ghosts of fear is criticism. Willing to take criticism and have one of the 4 agreements. Don't take nothing personally. Okay, point number 1: embracing the fear. Embracing the fear of feedback. Okay, getting out yourself, get out the comfort zone, get out your perfection, get out the way of perfectionism and procrastination. With procrastination is a silent theft to success. Okay, everything you want is the other side of fear. false evidence appearing real, face everything and run. I think that's the right one. Okay. So it's a mindset shift. Don't fear criticism. Just fear of staying the same. Fear of being the same place you was a year ago, that you was yesterday. Okay. Point number 2, get out of your comfort zone. Comfort zone is the danger zone. Okay. Receive feedback from peers, mentors, and even strangers, exposing your blind spots. Okay. Remember, teachability index, which is from your master, was not master, but your wish is your command by Kevin Trudeau. Okay. What's your teacher? What is who do you listen to? Which is the type of mentors you want to get to yourself. And what is your teachability index? Your teachability index need to be at a 10 all the way. Okay, needs to be at a 10 for you to get better. The better, the more you share your work and it takes a hit, the thicker skin you becomes and the sharper your skills grow. Okay, you have thick skin, which is another book. I didn't mention this before. Thick face, black heart. Learn how to have thick skin. You don't want to be a lot of this other stuff with the being ethical, be ethical with the criticism and everything like that when you're giving off too as well. Okay, to help somebody get better. Okay, point number 3, you're not being judged, you're getting feedback. It took 10,000 ways it did not work for Thomas Edison to perfect the electric light bulb. Feedback is nothing but data, not attacks. It tells you what's working and what's not working. Instead of taking it personally, use it strategically. Okay, critique sharpens your decisions and helps you create more intentions. Don't just seek praise, seek clarity. And there's going to be those who's going to give that yes man. You don't need the yes man. You don't need the person that just going to tell you yes and try not to hurt your feelings. Okay, you need the one person that will actually willing to give you feedback when you say, hey, I'm not here to hurt your feelings. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I think this can help you with it. And there's going to be people give you constructive criticism. They're going to get unsolicited advice to you, but it's up to you how you're going to take their criticism, their critique, their constructive feedback to help you in your work. And point number 4, others may not see what you can see, which are the blind spots, proportion issues, story gaps, opportunities for improvement. And you are too close to your work, which I mentioned again. My dad told me, hey, sometimes you need to step back, even yourself. You need to step back and say, hey, let me go ahead, go do it for a while, get my mind off it a little bit. Then whatever I need to do, take a break, play a game, whatever it is, or a day or two or a few hours, okay, or a few minutes, come back to it and just say, okay, now I see what this is. Now I see why this is happening. Even in games, even play, oh, you stuck. Oh, let me go in another game. Okay, let me do something else. Okay, and come back to it later. What you meant to draw or write and express. Okay. And also, good tip, build feedback circles, build a mastermind group. Not every opportunity matters. The right people can change your game. Okay. Folks, is not where we at, it's where we come from. Always create like a God. You're the master of your fate. You're the captain of your soul. You are made in the image of God. God gave you a brain to think for yourself. So take full possession of your own mind and worship the one true creator, which I believe no other deity is worthy of worship except Allah. All right. And make sure you guys go ahead and go to the description below. You can get a copy recession-proof business model, the way for you to obtain creative freedom. Okay. And you can go to jaronmitchell.com/iconic marketer. Scan right here if you watch, scan on the screen, you're watching this, or you can go ahead and, look in the description below or show notes, and make sure you hit that notification bell, like this video, hit that notification bell. And so that way you can get notified. And also, if you work looking at on Spotify and Apple iTunes, make sure you go ahead and follow, subscribe, and leave your mans a 5-star rating and review. Okay. And always create like a God.